Hey Rhythm Strummers, here's a really cool and easy way to play Johnny Cash's Ring of Fire. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames went higher. And it burns, 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 the ring of fire, the ring of fire. I can only show you a few seconds of that in this free lesson, so I'd like to save a little bit of it for later. But in the meantime, let me show you some really cool stuff that is useful for this song and for a ton of others. One of the most distinguishing features of Ring of Fire is that mariachi band thing, those two trumpets playing harmonies. So what I'd like to do is set aside Ring of Fire for a bit, and let me show you this basic idea of playing harmony on one guitar with yourself. It's really, really useful. It's something that's done in a zillion songs, this idea of playing in thirds. You'll hear it on Ballad of John and Yoko, you'll hear it on Margaritaville, you'll hear it on Santa Lucia. It's all over music. And the basic idea is you got two strings happening at the same time and they're playing harmonies with each other. Your third and your second string are tuned to a major third. So you're already playing harmony with yourself just by doing that. See, this should be encouraging to you. I'm playing harmony with myself. To make it a little bit more interesting, there are two left-hand shapes that I want to show you that are going to enable you to play more than just that, because that's going to get kind of old for a while, after a while. So here's what I want to show you. I'm going to do it a little bit up to speed, and then I'll slow it down and show you exactly what I'm doing. And it's really easy and really useful, so stick with me. So let's learn how to do that. The first shape doesn't count. It's just that. The third shape doesn't really count because it's just one little finger movement. I'll get to that. But the second and third, the first and second shape really does count. It's this one. All you do is you take your index finger, your first finger, put it on the second string at the first fret, and you put your middle finger on the third string at the second fret. And you have these two notes right here. So here's what I'd like to do now. Do that with me. If you want to play your fourth string, fills it out a little bit. If you want to bring the first string into, gives it a different sort of new age sound. I prefer to just play fourth, third, and second strings here. Ready to move on to the next position? It's this. Right now we're there. All you do is you take that up and you slide it up 2 frets. You got that? So we go back to open position. Slide it up 2 more frets. Slide it back down. Let's do that again. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Back down. One more time. Okay, now you drop out. I'm going to keep going. Just moved from this position here, right, with my index finger on the second string, 3rd fret, my middle finger on the 3rd string, 4th fret, and I've slid my middle finger up 1 fret, and I now put my ring finger down on the 2nd string at the 5th fret. Now, if that's a lot of numbers for you and your eyes are glazing over, all you need to remember is this shape right here, which is the same as this shape right here, that shape, and then this shape, where your ring and your middle are right next to each other. Okay, so once you know those two shapes, there's a lot of music you can make. So let's take another few seconds and learn that second or third shape, whatever we're calling this, right there. Make sure you're with me on that because we're about to move it up. And if you're not on this shape with me, you're going to get frustrated. Ring finger is on the second string at the 5th fret, and your middle finger is on the 3rd string at the 5th fret. Now slide that up 2 frets and back down to the 5th fret, back up to the 7th fret. Okay, now let's go back down. We're going down to the 5th fret. Now let's go to that other shape that we learned. Back down. So now drop out a second. Here's what I want you to do with me now. Not yet. You're still dropped out. Okay, join me on that if you would. 1, 2, 3, 4. Slide up. Slide up. Slide up. Now back down. Back down. Back down. And open. Okay, now let's do that one more time, and when we get to the top, I'm just going to do one little thing to finish it all off. Okay, here we go. And 1. Slide. Slide. One more slide. And now, what I did was I took my ring finger from this position here, and I slid it up 1 fret. Notice I'm mainly hitting 4th, 3rd, and 2nd strings here. So can you do this with me? Give me this position here. My ring finger has just slid up to the 8th fret of the 2nd string. It's 1 fret above the 7th. That's what it is right there. Now, without moving your middle finger, slide your ring finger back down, back up. Now let's go back down to the 5th fret. Let's go back down, and open. Now let's do it one more time, all the way up to the top really slowly. Again, I'm playing 4, 3, and 2. And if you want to strum the 1st string too, that's fine. Here we go. And. Down we go. And the way that would work is and that'll work in Ring of Fire. So if you want to learn the rest of the tune after you've had a chance to practice that a lot, come on over to Rhythm Strummers and let's jam on the tune a lot. Thanks. I'll see you down the road.